I'm ranking every challenge mode on Five Nights at Freddy's. I click most of these challenges so I won't be that biased. The later games don't have challenge modes, only FNAF 1 through 7 do. I will only break in the hardest challenge from each game. Like for example, FNAF 4 has both Nightmare and 420 mode, but obviously 420 mode is harder. To be honest, they're exactly the same, so you shall see how it goes. If you love ranking videos, please leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate it a lot, and without further ado, let's get on with the rankings. The original 420 mode is super easy. I could do it with a literal blindfold on. Seriously, I thought about doing that for a video, so subscribe to see that possibly. The mechanics and strategy of how to play this game is easily repeatable. I can beat this night over and over again without trouble with the main strategy. For y'all who want to learn it, it's simple. Check the monitor at the east hall corner where Freddy is. As you flip down the cams, check Bonnie's door. If he is there, close it. Flip up your monitor again, and then check Chica's door. If she is there, close the door. Once you check the cams again, you can open Bonnie's door. He always won't be there. You don't need to check on Foxy pretty much the entire night, because when you check on Freddy, you can't stall Foxy, which is a cool mechanic in this game. You may want to check Foxy sometimes. If so, close Chica's door and you're good to check. Just don't let you lose your pattern. Do this for the entire night and you should win 90% of the time. Sometimes power isn't your friend, but you should be good. It's obviously super easy. Both Nightmare mode and 420 mode are pretty difficult to do, but still rather consistent. I can do it multiple times and still beat it in a handful of times. The thing that makes it most somewhat harder than FNAF 1 is once you get past 4 AM, you gotta deal with Nightmare. His mechanics aren't consistent where you can use a pattern or a strategy. You just have to do a lot of listening and hope you catch him in time. The night before Nightmare is easier because you can just circle around the room checking each character and have enough time for each. Foxy also doesn't come some nights, so you get lucky or you come late in the night. I'd say I have a 60 to 70% success rate every time I beat these challenges. This challenge is severely overlooked, but I think it's harder than what people actually imagine. What makes the challenge hard is actually trying to get the 50 risks by Saturday to actually obtain the certificate. I try to do it, but I always get like 48 to 49 risks, just sort of what I need. You have to play in a certain way so things get marked down so you can achieve 50 risks. Next gameplay, once you get the risk, however, is somewhat easy though. I haven't beaten it, haven't really attempted much though, but just playing the game, it seems more likely possible to get there. You only deal with 4 animatronics who have the same mechanics, so it isn't as hectic as other challenges. Okay, it's where the hate comes in. Everyone was really upset with me when I ranked FNAF 3 easier than FNAF 1 in one of my earlier videos. People reference this challenge the most, saying 420 mode is easier than an aggressive Nightmare mode, so obviously FNAF 1 is easier. Although I said 420 mode is easier, the game itself is harder because of FNAF 3, Night 1, nothing happens. 1/5 of the game was empty. Anyways, let's not go deeper into that. Let's explain why this challenge is hard. The basic issue with this game is that it really relies on chance on how fast Sprinter moves in the building and if he goes into a vent or not. If he goes into a vent and it isn't closed, well, you're most likely dead because you ain't closing it in time. There isn't a pattern on how fast he moves, so you always gotta go through a bunch of cams to find them, which then your cams go out. Also, you only have 2 audio devices before that has an error as well. It's definitely beatable if you keep Sprinter up in one area and close a nearby vent, because sometimes he can loop to the vent over and over again. The other animatronics are somewhat annoying, but not too bad. The worst is Freddy because you have to do something while he's on the screen. The other camps are mostly easily avoidable, but things can go wrong real fast. Good thing is if you get jumpscared by a character, they won't appear for the rest of the night. I've beaten the challenge a handful of times, so it isn't impossible, but it takes many tries to get it done. This is one of the 2 challenges at FNAF Sister Location. In my old video, I also threw in Night 4, but not in this video. Enter Night is really difficult because you seriously have to be perfect with a lot of the actions you do. You can't use more power than you should, use the cams as little as possible, and close doors as little as possible. Only one of these is more on you rather than Enter. Sometimes Enter just sits on the door where you won't move for a long time, which drains a lot of your battery. Thankfully that doesn't happen often. You can also hear which side he's on to check the cam for like a split second and see if he's at the door or top vent. 4 AM and onward, he goes haywire. Moving to or faster than rooms, giving you split seconds to react to him when he gets to your door. It's utter chaos. Usually when you win, you end with max 2% battery left, but usually you're hoping when the power goes out that you're safe. The first time I beat it, I screamed so loud my mom thought something bad happened to me. I've beaten it a few times since, but it definitely takes a few decent amount of tries to do. Now we're on the challenges I haven't beaten and probably can't. I mean, I didn't get the blacklisted any yet, but I think it's possible for me if I tried to go for it. FNAF Sister Location Golden Freddy mode is extremely difficult. There are 10 characters coming at you and making you severely overwhelmed. A good amount of these don't even actually kill you, but they're really annoying. Whether it's keeping track of where Freddy is, checking Foxy's cam, saving your power and oxygen, typing LOL, or looking out for audio cues with Blur and Bleebab, the game can get extremely hectic. The hardest characters are probably either Bonnet or Yendo. When the mini twos are on your screen, it's hard to see them in your room, so you can't easily get you killed if you don't know what they want you to do for them. By the way, Miniature 2 sounds like a basketball player's shoes. Like, yo bro, I just got the new Miniature 2s. The farthest I ever got on this night was either 3 AM or 4 AM, so not too bad. But I think I've beaten this night on like medium or maybe in hard difficulty, so also pretty good. Probably possible for me, but I never gave a fair effort. The first Golden Freddy mode. Cook thought that 420 mode was impossible, then people started to beat it and had to outdo himself. Also, 420 mode went from being impossible to the easiest challenge in FNAF. Golden Freddy mode has 11 characters. Yeah, I can't forget about the one not on the 10 character page, that being the puppet. He makes the challenge in the entire game extremely difficult. Well, obviously the only reason why we check the cams is because of him. Foxy's the next hardest. Sometimes it's hard to check the hallway with your light because of a bunch of animatronics getting in the way, and the music box is also as important. The van animatronics are super annoying because you don't know if you hear an animatronic leave or enter because the banging sounds are exactly the same. Also, the other wizard animatronics come so consistently, which also makes the puppet music box down to the wire. Let's not forget that they can force you out of the cam if you linger on it for a little too long, and if you weren't prepared for it, you'll die anyways. The only way I can beat this night is by hovering over Toy Freddy's nose in the poster and hitting CD plus on my keyboard. Obviously that's cheating, so I don't think I can beat this legitimately. You thought there was going to be a different number one? The game is the challenge. Try to complete 50-20 mode. It's almost impossible. I can't even go through every character mechanic because I would be talking for 1 hour straight. Imagine taking all the challenges from before and put it into this game, and boom, you have the hard challenge in all of FNAF. People have beaten this game, but it took hours and days and blood, sweat, and tears to get it done. When you don't play with all 50 characters at 20, like if you do the challenges, it's pretty fun. But man, this game is crazy. The farthest I've ever gotten is like 8,600 points, which is 4320. It's not too bad. I think I can get to maybe 9,000 points, but I think the 50-20 mode will never be beaten by me. Whew, how'd I do? I don't know if I got under the 10-minute mark, but I still definitely condensed it from 15 minutes. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate it a lot. I'm always open to making more ranking videos in the future, so comment any you want to see. It doesn't have to be FNAF at all. Anyways, I'll see you guys in another video. Peace out, my Electrites, don't do that bleach, and always stay lit.